Hey guys, how you doing? I know it's been a while, but today I'm going to be making a best practices video. So talking to you about recommended usage, how to avoid any mistakes on your behalf, how to keep things more productive and efficient when using answer result. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the keyword snoop. The keyword snoop, if you're familiar with it, is basically a process that will bring back questions targeted underneath your keyword every 5, 10, 15 minutes, etc. So you can specify it here. Now, the thing here is, once you add a keyword, okay, let's just say it's business, and hit exit, it's going to go ahead and start searching for it immediately. But at the same time, if you close the application, and those settings are going to be saved. So if you open it up again, it's going to start searching immediately again, which may cause a bit of a lag. If you don't want to search immediately, just remove your keywords before you exit the application. Additionally, when it's searching, if you have multiple keywords, when it's searching, it's doing it kind of in conjunction with the other application's functions. So when it's searching, you might find that it's acting a little bit more laggy. Let it search, let it give it a minute or two to search to bring back its questions, and then continue on with your other processes. It's not a standalone process. It's standalone, but it still may conflict with your regular posting searching. So give it a second or two until it brings back your questions if it's done automatically, or better yet, leave it for 20-30 minutes to bring back all the questions and then continue your work. In my opinion, if you want to retrieve more questions than what is offered just by the typical search question page here, go keyword snoop, set it to check every 5 or 10 minutes, and add in your keywords. Leave it for about 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Come back and you'll see a whole range of new questions, 200, 300, however many questions returned, which you can automatically go ahead and answer then. This is potentially more efficient as it will allow you to get a much larger selection of questions at once instead of searching multiple times manually through the search question page. This is completely automatic. It will bring back questions related to your keyword. As you can see here, it's brought back 69 questions and the keyword of business, and it just says all the different stuff here. You can again toggle between show all questions or show new questions. New questions is the default setting, so it's going to bring back any new questions. If you want to see all the questions brought back in the session, hit that. Okay, next we have the new feature, which is the import and export data feature, which is quite handy. What it does, like many applications, just saves your project, pretty much. Saves your accounts, saves your posted questions, posted answers, pretty much, okay? So it's pretty easy to use. Just hit import, export data, the button here. To save your project, just select the little browse button over here, and type in your name of your text file, the XML file, so test, for instance. Okay, it's going to export to that. Hit export. It's going to save your project file. And then similarly, if you want to import, load it up again, find your file, okay, import it. Pretty simple. Okay, and the benefit of this is that when you upgrade, since the application undergoes lots and lots of updates, each update may potentially clear your previous session, so clear all the previous data you had in the program, including accounts, answers, questions, that kind of stuff. By saving your project file like this, your data, you can import it back and not lose anything after the update. So there's that. That's pretty simple, I think. Next, we have proxies. I think this is where many people are a bit unsure of how it works. Proxies, if you're going to use proxies, we recommend using a VPN. Okay, it's much smoother, much better, much faster, and way more cost effective than just buying typical proxies because it comes with about 12,000 plus IPs. I think at this point it's even 13,000. There's a link here to our recommended VPN service and some brief information there. The reason it's better is because it runs behind the application. It runs behind all applications on your system to encrypt your entire internet connection. So you don't have to enter anything into your proxy details here. It doesn't lag up the application at all because it's running completely independently in a complete different software application behind everything else. Alright? It's more secure as well than web proxies, and it's more favorable than typical web proxies when trying to target Yahoo Answers. Partly because Yahoo Answers, web proxies are never as reliable. Yahoo Answers can pick them up, they can block them, so and so and so. A VPN, it comes with way more IPs, encrypts your entire internet connection, makes everything seem way more natural than just a typical browser being encrypted, if you see what I'm saying. There's that. If you want to use another service, if you don't want to use a VPN manager, you can use a regular free proxy manager, which we offer, I believe, in our news update or in our FAQ. So make sure to check that as well if you don't want to use a VPN. But a VPN is still the recommended solution if you're thinking about using proxies. And that's a very strong if, because some people don't really need it, don't really seem as that beneficial or that required. Now, next we have a few other things. We have the fact. More importantly, I think you should read this. It includes a lot of answers to a lot of common questions that you might not even think you have, but then when you have them, you don't know what you don't know what the answer is. Go read the fact. It's very, very self-explanatory. Offers lots of valuable information about typical usage. Again, best practices, troubleshooting, all of that kind of stuff. Very easy to read. Highly recommended you read that before doing anything else. Okay. And next we have delays. Okay, so here we have delay in milliseconds. Okay, we recommend you set this to about 500 to 1000 milliseconds, and all this does is what it suggests. It sets a delay between you posting your answers, makes it seem a little bit more natural to Yahoo. Shouldn't slow it down incredibly on your side, but it will make it seem a little bit more natural on Yahoo's end. Okay, so to do that, just go ahead and type 500 there or 1000. Typically, it depends on your internet connection. 500 or 1000 is the preferable amount. Again, enter in your answer, as you are probably familiar with it by now, and your source. Now, while we're on the answers page, if you're adding links, don't really stick them in your answer. Stick them in your source and rotate them. Okay, use the spin tax, rotate your links, and do not include them on every single answer you do. Randomize the amount of times you enter in your links. So keep it every third, every fourth, every fifth, every third answer. Then post a link. Don't post it consecutively on every single answer, and don't post the exact same link. At the same time, when using affiliate links, do not post a direct affiliate link. That just looks very, very spammy. And do not use URL shorteners or bit.ly links either. We're way more prone to getting your accounts disabled or your answers removed. Instead, refer to the redirection method I talked about in another video, which talks about taking a PHP file and making that redirect to your affiliate link, and thus making it seem very, very kind of inconspicuous, so to speak. Okay, if you had just noticed what happened there, that was just the keyword snoop bringing back more questions, pretty much. Okay, so you can see it was 86 now. Show only new questions. These are the new questions brought back in the last 5 minutes. In this way, you have this set to every 5-10 minutes. You can easily bring back lots of questions really quickly, or at least more efficiently, I think, in my opinion. Okay, next. I'm trying to move through this logically in a logical process. Next we have the uninstallation process. Now, uninstalling is pretty easy, but what many people forget is that you should deregister your key from your application before you uninstall it. Because what happens if you don't do this, you'll uninstall it, and then your key will already be in use if you try to install it again and register your key again. Now, to do this, just hit the portal license button. Okay, it's going to bring a little dialog box saying portal license is a feature that wants to register, blah blah blah. Hit yes. It's going to deregister your key, and then after you uninstall it, and then if you reinstall it, you can use the exact same key to register the application. No problem. Okay, now some people are experience some kind of lag or slowness. This could be up to many different reasons. Again, our FAQ expands on this, but one of the things I want to talk about is Internet Explorer, because what the program really does in the background uses a number of web browsers, and since it's Microsoft's default settings, it takes from Internet Explorer. In this case, if you have any problems or if things are not working, timing out, and or just not loading all together, for instance, account management's not loading up, or captures are not loading up, that kind of stuff, go open up Internet Explorer, and all you need to do is reset your settings. Okay, so to do this, just go Tools, Internet Options, and then you go into Advanced, and reset Internet Explorer settings down the bottom. Hit Reset, delete personal settings, yes. It's going to apply the default setting, disable the browser add-ons is what you want to do, because that might slow it down. So disable any browser add-ons, all that kind of stuff. It's reset. Close your browser, restart it, or just restart your application. It's pretty much the same thing, and that should deal with any of those issues. Alternatively, it could be anything to do with your firewall. You might want to add Answer Assault to your firewall, add it to your antivirus. AVG in particular may detect it as a false positive. Now, to do that, you have to add it to your exceptions list. I have Kaspersky, but it's pretty similar. You just go into Settings. You go into Threats and Exclusions, or Exceptions if you're using AVG. Exclusions is what the antivirus won't scan for, and you'll have to add in first your setup file, okay, which is what you get in your original download, and a file located in your temporary folder in the app data. To do this, it should be in app data over here, local. Go down to apps 2.0. You want to go to data, I believe, and then it will be in here. Oops. Okay, sorry. It'll be 2.0. Those digits, and then you go into your answer assault folder here, and then this one, tion. Select the answer assault.exe. Add that to your exclusion list. This will make sure that it doesn't scan it, or it doesn't delete anything in terms of false positives detections or anything like that. So do that. It'll definitely speed up your process. Your antivirus won't scan the program constantly for viruses or anything like that. It's the false positive. There's no viruses, nothing like that. Add it to your exclusions list in your antivirus and your firewall. Okay. Next, we have a few other minor troubleshooting things people may experience. If you get some kind of SQL error, or you get some kind of crash or something, you might need to reinstall your SQL server. This is what comes installed by default with your application. So to do this, just go to computer. I'm using Windows 7, but it'll be under Microsoft. I'll be on Microsoft. Here you go, Microsoft SQL Server 2005 Compact Edition, right here. Those things. Uninstall that, reinstall them, reinstall the application, and you should find that any crashes, any of that kind of stuff will cease to exist. Okay, now moving on to best answers. Best answers. This is select as best answer, which means that to select the best answer, you need to select the account that asked the question, that you first posted the question from, because you're selecting a best answer on your own question. The account that first posted the question, you have to select that account, select the answer, and then hit select as best answer. If you don't select the correct account, it's going to not highlight this button, so you won't be able to click it. Select the correct account, select the answer, and then wait an hour from the time the question was posted before selecting his best answer. If you try to do it before that, you're going to get a message saying please wait an hour, selection failed. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. These are just rules enforced by Yahoo, so for that reason, you have to wait an hour after your question was posted. Right, and that pretty much concludes the best practices video. That's all you really got to know for now, until at least we come up with new updates and there'll be new features to talk about. That's all you have to do. But before I go, I do want to mention one final thing. Accounts are prone to sometimes getting banned or getting suspended depending on how you use them. For instance, if you just make a new account and then you don't use it for a couple of days, it may look a little bit suspicious. It's going to lie dormant. So keep your accounts active. Once you first create your account, either answer a question, post a question, something like that. Make it seem as though it's an active account, not just an account used for mindless, mindless usage, pretty much. Okay, and finally, the captchas. Make sure to wait until the window, this little page down here, is actually displayed as a confirmation page. So it displays a page saying confirmed, your account has been created, blah 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 blah. Because the window box that appears is not always in tune with what Yahoo thinks. Okay, so to know for sure if your account was created successfully, wait until you get a confirmation message from Yahoo down below. Okay, that's all for now. I'm sorry if I missed anything, but I'll make another video outlining any other details later on. So thanks, and stay tuned for any of the upcoming updates. Thanks.